background?
Season 2, man. Season 2.
We here.
Took a little break, man, but we back.
We back. We missed y'all, man. I truly miss giving y'all the knowledge, man. And real quick, man, just a quick call to action. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube, to the podcast. And YouTube, y'all got any questions, concerns, man, leave a comment. Let us know, you know, if you like what we're doing or if you don't. We want to hear it. All right, man? So we're going to kick it off. First and foremost, I'm excited. I'm talking now. Listen, you hear the echo, we in the gym. My man's 50 grams. Anthony Simmons, already Coach Simmons of Red Storm, is now, you're looking at now, the new head coach of Voyager Academy, Coach Anthony Simmons. Anthony, tell the people what's up, man. Tell them what's up, man. Congratulations, man.
I appreciate it, man. Normally, you know, you guys, like, I'll be jumping off the walls, height, you know what I'm saying, everything like that. But honestly, like,
head coach now.
Yeah, I ain't even here to, you know, really be cocky or really pop off, man. I'm just trying to let y'all know, man, I feel blessed for the opportunity. I've started coaching probably about 7 years ago with the AAU, and to be in this situation now, I just feel so humble. Also, I want to apologize to anybody, you know what I'm saying, that was in my life, you know what I'm saying, through this period of time, whether it was females, you know, players, friends, anything. I know a lot of you guys wondered, you know, what was wrong with me, what the issue of it was. I was going through a lot, but really, I was chasing this. And just to be real, this is literally, to this point, my dream job. So none of this stuff that if anything happened or if there was any disrespect or you feel like I wasn't there, it wasn't personal. You know, I've been preaching and screaming this journey at the same time, no matter who I've talked to, dealt with, or been friends with. Like, I want to, you know, I've given my whole life to basketball, and I want to, you know, continue giving my life to basketball. And I want basketball to be the way I feed my family. And until that happens, I will never stop. To Voyager, to the fans, you know, to the players, thank you. Everybody at Voyager accepted me when nobody else wouldn't. You know, I had a lot of flaws, you know what I'm saying, attached to my name at that point in time, like depression, you name it. Like, I know what it's like to not have no money in your account, not be able to eat. I know what it's like to make $200 every 2 weeks. Like, I know what it's like to not have no hot water. Like, I know what it's like to have your car repossessed. Like, all that stuff happened to me, you know what I'm saying, in my 20s, in my late 20s. Like, no mom and dad around. Like, I know what it's like to hit rock bottom. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing that really got me through it was this basketball and these kids, man. I honestly feel like the kids in basketball is the one thing in my entire life I've always given 100% to. And you know, that's deep. Because there's so many other things, like so many other situations I've been put in that I could have given 100% and I didn't. But I just thank God, because he could have turned his back on me a long time ago. But obviously I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a purpose. I'm finding my purpose. And like I said, man, I'm just thankful. For me, this is surreal. Anybody in Raleigh, any surround area that knows, that truly, truly knows Anthony Simmons, knows that I love this so much, and I love this more than anything on the earth, besides my mama. But shout out to Linda, you know what I'm saying? But to be standing here in the middle of half court, you know, with my partner Ray, and now what seems to be my gym, for the next, you know, for a long period of time, like, it's a blessing. You know, the crazy part of it is, kids, is like, you know, the point of why we decided to share this on the podcast is because it's about dreams. Like, this is my dream. Right now, you're in a similar situation. You're dreaming about Division I, Division II, or extending your basketball career. Don't let anybody or anyone tell you you can't do anything. I'm saying, tell you, for a while, I didn't know where I would be. But I'm here. I failed numerous times. I've I've done a lot of things I wish I could, go back and change. I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? It made me the person I am today, man. So I just appreciate this opportunity. It's crazy. Like I said, me and Ray was talking about this literally when we started this podcast. I told him I wanted it on one episode. It may happen that we could do this, and to talk that into fruition and it happen now. Like I said, man. It's a blessing. The only thing I feel bad about, I don't got my Voyager polo on with my swooshes. You know what I'm saying? But,
hopefully I make up with a suit and tie.
Yeah, my man clean. My man clean today. He holding it down. But, I mean, you'll see a lot of V's on me probably whenever you see me from now on, man. And,
absolutely. Got to rep the brand.
Just to, competition, everything else. Thank you for the support and non-support. But I'm going to let you know, you already know, we coming. So, right or wrong, 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, I'm going to use every ounce in my body to build this program into one of the most powerful programs in the state of North Carolina and beyond. That's my goal. That's my dream. It took me a while to get to this point, but I never stopped working. Y'all don't see me out running the streets. You know I am. You look at my Instagram, you don't see 2 types of videos on it. So you know what I'm doing. So if I was doing that for that, you already know what I'm going to do with this. You know what I'm saying? So players, parents, cameras, support, fans, you might even start taking this trip to 101 Hop Park Lane in Durham, man, off North Roxborough Road.
Right, to all you coaches that want to be dancing in the videos.
Yeah, it's tough. That's tough.
Yo, you gotta get Shook Knight for a minute.
Yeah.
I just want to let them know, man. Real quick, man. Let me jump in on that, man. I definitely want to drive home the message, man. As long as you here, there's an opportunity to chase your dreams. Don't matter how young, no matter how old. If you want something in life, go for it. All right, man. You got to live a testimony right here. It's real life. Touch Anthony Simmons right here. You know what I'm saying? So just, y'all keep going for it, man. I wish y'all the best in all y'all do. But with that being said, man, we're going to jump into these topics, man. We got 2 really good topics for y'all. First one is, what's the correct response when you're putting in the work and you're not getting any offers? So let me elaborate for the players, for the parents of the players. You putting hours in the gym, you're working on all your weaknesses to make them strengths. You putting up 500, 1,000 makes a day, and for some reason or another, coaches aren't calling you and offering you. You may get a little bit of interest here and there, right? They may text your phone and say we're interested, but nobody's offering. What do you need to do next? And I'm going to shift it. I just wanted to elaborate on the question, but I'm going to shift it to the head coach of Voyager right now.
I appreciate that, man. Really, guys, what I want you to understand is we talked about, we're going to use one word we talked about a lot last season. That was your journey or journey. The reason why we started to lead with this topic is right now, as we both know, live period just ended. Some of you had good live periods, some of you had bad live periods. Right. Some had, they played decent. But the main point of this message is for you to not to get discouraged. Now, the number one point in this is you have to, here at Voyager, we say it to our players all the time, you have to earn the right to be disappointed. So if you didn't do none of that stuff that Ray was talking about, staying in the gym late, getting there early, there's no need for you to really get in your feelings about it.
I definitely wasn't talking to you.
Yes.
You didn't put
I was going to tell you to not listen. I want you to listen so you can learn to become educated. But at the same time, you got to really gauge where you are. Can't lie about this. Only you really truly know, you know what I'm saying, how much you really put into this. But it's simple, man. The answer is keep going. What you have to do is not get discouraged. Because it's a lot of different things that can happen. The coach may have wanted a 2018 instead of a 2019. The coach may have found somebody in your position that was younger than you. They may not have scholarships in there, you know what I'm saying, in this class right now. Or you may have done it in a losing effort. Or, you know what I'm saying, you may have had it stats-wise, but they were looking for a certain specific thing. But ultimately, it's not about just numbers. It's about your understanding. Yep. So I'm gonna give you a perfect example of a kid. The kid that plays for TMP, Josiah.
Okay.
Last name?
I don't know his last name.
Last name, 5-star, number 16 in the country. Good kid. What makes him exceptional to me, and we played him last week, live period, last weekend, 2 weekends ago. Tie game, 5 seconds left. Missed the shot to get a tip in at the buzzer. Heartbreaker, had to throw that in. We had you, TMP. Story. Had you, man. But the thing about Josiah is he takes his time with everything he does. So like if it was a swing pass from 2 passes away and he's supposed to shoot that, he's gonna shoot that one.
Right.
If it's a play where it gets swung to him and he needs to make the one more extra pass, he's gonna make that. If the ball is swung to him and he needs to rip it and draw somebody and throw the bounce pass, he's gonna do that. If he needs to pitch it ahead, he's gonna do that. He really understands the definition of taking what the defense gives you, making the right play, and going on to the next play even when he makes a mistake. I'm gonna give it to you one more time. He always takes what the defense gives him. He always makes the right play. Or if he messes up on a play, his mentality is to go to the next play. That's what they're looking for. Not nobody that needs to be put in a straitjacket after they have 1 turnover.
Right.
Not nobody that drops his head when they miss a shot. Not somebody that gets an attitude with his teammates. Not somebody that walks off and onto the floor. But a person that understands every detail from walking into the game to warming up to all the way through.
You know, it's so funny that you talk about that because I think for a player like that, it brings me to the conversation I was watching. They was having inside thing with Shaq, and they had Victor Oladipo on there. I don't know
Last night?
Yeah.
Inside the NBA.
Inside the NBA.
He had the cream suit on with the black tie?
With the black tie.
Yeah, I stayed up, you know what I mean?
And they talked about the game slowing down.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. I can tell you. Yeah. It was like, at what point in time did the game start slowing down for you, Victor?
Right, and I think for Josiah, or a player like Josiah, at this level, obviously he's not. It's going to change, you know, when he goes to college and NBA. But at this level, the game is slow down.
Yep.
And that's because he's putting the work on the small things, on the details, the understanding, the recognizing, the IQ. IQ is not something that you are, basketball IQ that is, it's not something that you're necessarily blown away. You have to put in time. You have to put in work and effort to understand that. You know, Coach Simmons already alluded to, you know, when you miss a shot, dropping your head. That's one of the worst things. I'm a scout, and I hate seeing that. So I can't imagine when a college coach watches that. Like, if you don't have the toughness to go to the next play because you missed a shot or you're not busting your ass to get back on defense, why would I want to put you on my collegiate team? So this is something that you need to recognize as a player. You know, everything is circumstance and situational. Timing is everything. So
Josiah James.
If you're not doing what it takes to even be offered, we're not talking to you. For you, you need to look in the mirror and decide, all right, I got to put in work. And putting in work is not simply coming to the gym. If you know you can't put that ball in your left hand and drive to the basket, and you're not working on that, you're just going to the gym, working on the things that you're good at, no chance. But when you try to work on all the facets of your game that's weak and you want to improve, and you are improving, and then you're taking that improvement and actually executing that in the game, your time is coming. Just be patient. You know, it's just, you know, the right coaches need to see you. And you know, if you're playing on the circuit, you see all the coaches around, you're probably getting hyped, but truth be told, they're already there to see somebody. They're not looking for a specific player. They're not trying to figure out, they already know who they're looking for. Now, you know, in that situation, you play consistently, show out, then you will become the person they're looking for.
Right.
But until then, you got to just keep your head down and keep working, man.
Yeah, man. To piggyback off Raiders to end it, man, It's levels to it. It's like,
absolutely,
if you're already unknown, meaning that you really haven't got any interest, because you really haven't done the exposure thing, like being out there and everything, like, it's going to take you first one game to get their attention. Second game for them to actually write your name down. Then the third game, they may finally reach out to you. You know what I'm saying? And so it's going to take a period of time. Like perfect example, you can't play bad for a whole high school season and all of a sudden and kill one weekend and think that they're going to offer you because you killed one weekend against a dude. And then the other thing of it is like Josiah had 12 points against us. But one thing I refrain my players from saying is, don't go and say that man garbage because he had 12 points.
right.
Yo, he took what the defense gave him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you played a highly ranked guy and he had a bad game one game, understand that if he played 77 straight games where he was killing, I mean, he can have a bad game.
Right.
That's part of it. Like, a bad game to certain kids, see, that's the thing. A bad game to kids means he didn't score a lot of points.
Yep.
You got the wrong mindset, and that's probably why you're not getting recruited. A bad game is no effort, not listening, not being coachable. That's a bad game.
Yeah,
a bad game is not, yo, I had 6. Like,
right.
That happens if you win and you're doing other things and making an impact on the game.
And then here's the thing with AAU, man. Like, you worried about one game having 6, and you about to have 3 more games that same day.
Right.
What we really talking about?
Right.
You know what I mean? Again, a decent coach, not even a good or great one, wants to see consistency. That's the name of the game, and that's what Coach Simmons was just preaching y'all. Like, consistently doing the little things will get y'all those over. Now, if you're scoring 44 games, yeah, well, I mean, you're gonna get a look. People want to know what the hype is about, but let's be real. How many of y'all doing that?
Yeah.
But we're gonna end it on that one. The next one, man, we got another topic for y'all. This is a good one for y'all too, man. How players make in-game adjustments. Break that down for them, Coach.
I mean, so where we're gonna go with that is, why don't? Why don't players make in-game adjustments?
Versus coaches doing it for the players?
Yeah, okay. Versus coaches doing it for the players. So this is one of our, you know what I'm saying, meat and potato topics out of this season. I feel like this is a great topic. Coaches, fans, players, run this back, listen to it more than twice. You know, if it makes you want to subscribe, grab somebody else's phone since you already subscribed on yours.
Right, hit that
click that, show us some love. We're trying to get a biscuit.
Right,
feel me? But this is it, fellas. Like, ladies and gentlemen. Like, it's frustrating as a coach, and let me give you the example first. All right. So we're playing a kid that's left-handed. His go-to move is a hesitation, in and out, crossover.
From his left to his right?
From his left to his right. And then when he gets it in his right, he's gonna throw it back left. You know what I'm saying? Go to the basket. But for an entire game, we can't stop him. Or we're playing 2-3 zone, and the shooter on your side has hit 3 threes in a row. Then he hits his 4th one, and you blame it on your coach because you haven't adjusted. What I'm trying to teach you guys and want to help you understand is, basketball is a game of quick, strategic thinking from multiple people dealing with the game. So, the coaches, the head coach, and this job is to come up with a game plan. The assistant coach's job is to look for adjustments in that game plan while the game is going on. The player's job is to play the game. But the great players adjust in game. So what I mean by that is, why do I have to yell and scream? Shooter on this side, shooter on this side, shooter on this side.
Right. When you're on the court.
And you're on the court.
And you just saw him.
And you just saw him
hit 4 threes in a row.
Why did the same guy that's got 4 layups on us, are we still letting him catch a free outlet pass, dribble it past the half-court line, Nobody pick him up to the three-point line and he score again. Why is it that the same post player can continue to go to the same left block off the same cross screen and drop step us the same time the entire game? Oh, and here's one of my favorites. Why is it every time somebody takes the ball out of bounds under the basket and we're on defense and we leave so much space for them to just run
cut right
through it and set zone for us? Nobody's facing up, face guard, anything like that. Fellas, ladies, you have to start adjusting in game. Basketball is meant to be played like a group project. If you have one person on defense talking, it's hard. If you have two people on defense talking, it's hard. All 5 people should be working together to secure the paint, keep the ball out of the paint, and make people continuously pass it around and work to get a shot. It is too many times that we do the same thing the entire game. Everybody on the team playing pressure defense, when everybody on the team can't play pressure defense. You got kids sprinting out to guys that's not even going to shoot. There's so many non-shooters it's so reverse in high school. Y'all will pressure a guy that's never going to shoot it and leave a guy that's always going to shoot it wide open. I don't understand it. We in a 2-3 zone, or you see zone all the time. When you're playing zone, the thing I want you to understand is the guy that's in front of the ball is the main guy that should be staring at the ball.
Right.
Everybody else should be focused on the next pass, taking away the next pass, or anticipating the next cut. Because against the zone, they're only throwing it to one side to make the defense shift just so they can throw it back around the other.
Right.
What's going on is players are not retaining information. Players are listening, letting it go one and out the other, and so now you're teaching the same thing you taught yesterday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
And I guess the frustrating thing for me, as somebody who watches and observes all the time, is this is not rocket science.
No, bro. It's simple, critical thinking.
Right. And I understand that people form habits, and habits are hard to break. But when somebody is literally giving you the answer, why is it so hard for you to do that thing? Like, I mean, I think nothing frustrates me more than when a player gets hot and he's hit his 4th 3 in a row. The coach, like you said, is yelling, shooter, and nobody on the court is saying anything, right? And y'all gotta forgive me. I was watching a lot of, playoffs is here, so I'm watching a lot of TNT, a lot of basketball. I watched a clip of KG. Now, this is a future Hall of Famer, right?
One of the greatest defenders and players to ever play.
Right. NBA champion. Out his mouth came, on defense, talking is the 6th defender. Talking. Now this is an NBA great telling you to open your mouth, and you kids that are playing today refuse to say a word. Now in the classroom you're probably yelling and screaming,
dog, I swear, boy.
But on the court you won't say nothing.
In the hallway, mind you, texting is the same as talking. You're just doing it over the device.
Right. So I understand there are different types of people. People are introverts, they're shy. But when you step on this court, man, you got to be an extrovert. You got to talk. Pretend. Just use your imagination. Open your mouth. I shouldn't hear the coach over you guys, because there should be 5 collective people talking at one time, listening, telling each other where to be, helping each other out on defense, and just doing all this communicating. But what I often see from high school kids, seniors mostly as well, that y'all don't say nothing. Y'all gotta talk, man. Just talk, say something. It shouldn't just be the coach saying shooters on the left. It shouldn't be the coach saying play him right, he's going left every time. Oh, I got your help. Y'all gotta open y'all mouths, and that for y'all as players to be in the game, you guys will always see a little bit more than what the coach actually sees, because you are going through it. You are living it right now. The coaches are on the sideline. The only thing they can do is watch it. You guys are living in it. So y'all can make the adjustments right then and there. And then it shouldn't be nothing for any one of y'all to go to your coach and say, Coach, this is what I see. I see this right here. Every time you get the ball, he gets a screen. Such and such is not moving down. We got to do this. And the coach should be like, yeah, okay, or nah, y'all should do this instead. There's no reason why that interaction doesn't happen. Other than y'all not opening your mouth. Y'all got to talk. I mean, that's all I got in that sentiment, man. I just know it's just frustrating. I can imagine as a coach, because I know it's frustrating for me because, you know, as a basketball evaluator, I'm really not inclined to, you know, say anything. I just got to sit there and watch. But I know it'd be killing me on the inside not to say something to these boys.
I mean, for me, it's real frustrating because you know how I coach. Like, I see it 10 minutes before it's actually happening.
Right.
So before, by the time they get the ball in the half court, I already see what's developing because that's how I played the game. And you know, that's my biggest thing for guys that don't understand why they're not getting recruited.
Ooh, goes back to the first time.
You know, because it's like I keep telling y'all, you're getting recruited on your understanding. Like, it's not how many shots you make. It's do you understand when to take that shot?
Yep.
Now, if you understand when to take it and it's going in, you a bad blankety blank.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's frustrating because it's just like, man, like, basketball is a game where you do not stop thinking. I'm going to give you this for free one time. The next time, only other time I say this, you got to pay for it.
We charge you.
This is how it's supposed to work.
Trying to get a little.
In the first quarter of every game, the team should try to figure out 4 things. Who the best player is, who the best shooter is, who the most important ball handler is, and do they have multiple people that can do those things?
Yeah. And it's very rare in today's game you find, at the high school level, you find any more than 2 players that can do
If you find those 4 things in the first quarter, best ball handler, best shooter. What's the third one?
Best ball handler, best shooter.
It just slipped me that fast. I was on my next point.
Yeah.
It
wasn't defender. It was shit.
You got to see if I know the third one was see if they have multiple people that can do those things. Oh, we can say I said best shooter, best ball handler, best scorer, or really what you're trying to figure out is that team's traits. Let's just say that. We're trying to figure out what type of team they are and their traits. If we can figure those out in the first quarter, then now you have 3 quarters to take that away. You have 3 quarters where you can throw whatever you need to throw at them to try to slow those things down. We all know if you don't slow them down, you lose. Okay. If you play a whole game not talking, uninformed on personnel, not knowing what they do, you're going to be in for a struggle. You're going to waste a lot of energy, and it's going to be very difficult for you to win those games.
It's going to be a lot of looking confused and who got the shooter?
A lot of blown assignments, man.
Who got the
a
shooter?
lot of blown assignments, man. So that was our last thing with that one. Just really moving forward, guys, like, just understand that basketball is a game of critical thinking, constant thinking, quick decision making at all times, man. And the better players can play at a fast pace and think whether they're tired, fatigued, or not. The players that can't do that, that's where bad shots come from. That's where turnovers come from. That's where all those things sit in the bench. All those things happen, blown defense up, all those things happen because you're not alert, aware, and you're not making adjustments. You're literally playing the guy the same way the entire game. So if I'm talking to you right now and it's touching you or it's hurting your feelings, feel free to DM me, DM Ray, DM the Ram Report. We were trying to find a link up, holla at you. Right. You come by the gym, we got home now, the light's always on here. I got the key. You feel me? So it like what we're trying to do is just to help you and change your form of thinking.
Calling out, man. We here. I'm not afraid to tell a kid anything. A player, excuse me. I'm not afraid to tell y'all nothing. So, yeah, anytime y'all ever want advice, man, y'all ask me and I'll tell you what it is. And I'm not telling it to hurt your feelings. I'm telling it so you know the truth and you can get better. But that's it, man. I know, Coach, you got a spotlight for this episode, right?
Yeah, hopefully this spotlight don't get me a little emotional.
You already got me in the first half, bro.
Yeah.
Ooh, but the eyes is a little sweaty, you know.
Yeah, man, but met this kid in the 7th grade. I was kind of going through a lot of the time with organizations and coaching and, you know, different little stress issues I was having in my life, but I think I caught him like summer of his 7th going to his 8th grade. My player spotlight this week is Jamaru Brown out of Southern Durham, newly committed Eastern Kentucky player.
Yeah, shout out to that picture he took with his moms too. That was
shout out to that pig.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jamaru Brown.
Shout out to
the OG Joe. Like I said, man, it ain't always been good for me on this journey, but that's a person that saw my passion and saw my love, and for a year, you know what I'm saying, Joe Brown, you definitely took me under your wing and overall just made sure I was good, period. Basketball, not basketball, you and field, so I never forget that, and I wouldn't be in this position today without you guys, so thank you. But, you know, Maru, man, like, it's been a minute, bro. We ain't really had a chance to vibe, even though we in Durham. You've been doing your thing with Team Wall, been doing your thing at Southern Durham. And publicly, man, I just want to say how extremely proud I am of you. Like, the body of work that you put together this year, deep playoff run, conference tournament champion, Pac-6 player of the year, new coach, shout out to Coach Dave Noel. Like, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, I can build something over here like you building at Southern, and we can continue to have respectful battles, you know, for the next few years, man. But I respect what you do, Coach. But back to Maru, man, like, son, like, what you've done has been beautiful to sit back and watch. I never forget your first play as a 9th grader. You ripped baseline and dunked on Kentrell Barkley. Hey, Kentrell, the ECU commit at Southern. Bye! Hey! On his head. You know what I'm saying? First play of your high school career at Southern, and you haven't looked back. People say you ain't have a jump shot. That ain't stopping. People said, you know, you did too much. That ain't stopping. Want a leader, that ain't stop you. Like, son, you have grown in every aspect of your game for the last 4 years, to the point now where you're 100% true leader. Strap the book bag on your back, you will take them there. And so, from all the yelling and screaming and all the trainers that's been in and out of your life, like, I know everybody proud of you, man. Like, belief over opinion. Can't nobody take this shit from you, Maru. Like, you earned it. And you know this like I know. It's only beginning, bro. Like, your cell is your motor and your heart. Can't nobody punk you. Ain't no too many players I know in more shape than you, and you ain't never gonna stop coming. Straight up. Scrapping you up 94 feet, I'm in your ass. That's how you get down. And because of that, I respect you. Always had love for you, man, and your family. So to sit here today and say you're going to Eastern Kentucky after you basically decommitted and flipped that, right, to, you know what I'm saying, to something bigger and better, it just shows belief over opinion. So we got a lot of players in North Carolina that can relate to that story. Relate to it, man, because Jamaru Brown relentless, bro.
Absolutely.
Relentless.
Absolutely. I think, I don't have a specific spotlight, but, man, I'm going to jump on that one real quick, man. I got a real fond memory of Jamaru. I've known him maybe a little bit after you, because I remember him going from 8th grade to 9th grade, being a freshman at Southern. But I remember he came to me, always comes to me, always respectful, not afraid to spark a conversation. It's always on some cool stuff. And I was like, yo, you need to work on your left hand, man. You don't go left at all. And he was like, I got you, coach. And that's it. That's all I had said to him. And ever since then, like, he goes either way now. He's dunking on you either way, with his left or his right. Like he does, and like that right there showed me the type of player he is. Like you said, always high energy, always high motor, always willing to be out in front as a leader. Shout out to his pops too. It took me a little while to recognize who his dad was. We follow each other on Twitter, but I want to give him a shout out, man, because he's always supporting his son.
Dog.
Always.
Yo, listen.
Oh, and I want to say he's never doing it in a disrespectful manner. He's never, talking down about another kid. He is just 1,000% about Jamaru, and that's how it should be. So shout out to you, Pops, for making sure, like, Jamaru keeps his head on straight.
I couldn't be here in this seat today if it was not for Joe Brown.
Man, that's what's up, man.
Like, it's for real. Like, he know, and I know. I ain't forget that. I ain't forget that.
But yeah, shout out to y'all, man. With that, man, I think we're gonna wrap it up, man. Season 2, episode 11. I guess you did season 2, episode 1.
Yeah, we like power, man. We just started back over, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Season 2, episode 1.
Big rich town.
Yeah, man. Got my man Ray and Ty.
Yeah,
Simmons in the Storm hoodie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Got the new arena. We back. The Rammy.
We out.
We out.
Smash it.